Good evening. We begin here tonight with something rare, almost magical, that's happening on the south shore of Nova Scotia. People in and around Shelburne are going out of their way these days to pay it forward in memory of a little girl who passed away last week. At the funeral, her father asked people to do small favors for each other as a tribute to his daughter, but the family just wasn't prepared for the overwhelming response. CTV's Bruce Frisco has the story.
I'm asking now. I'd like you to give to the IWK telethon.
For someone who would spend so much of her young life there, it somehow seems appropriate little Carmen Faith Huskelson was born while the IWK telethon was on the air. Diagnosed with a diaphragmatic hernia even before she came into the world, doctors weren't optimistic about her prognosis. But little Carmen defied the odds and soldiered on, even starting school this year. A bad case of pneumonia finally ended her short journey last week.
She was a little princess. She loved to dress up. She loved to play with her princess doll. She loved to just be a little girl.
With 5 generations in the funeral business, the Huskelson family knew what needed to be done, but it didn't make saying goodbye any easier. In a moving eulogy and obituary, the family asked people to be kind to each other in Carmen's memory.
I thought it'd be, a coffee or a shovel in the neighbor's driveway or just a gesture.
What the Huskelsons didn't know, couldn't have known, was that Andrew's plea to pay it forward for Carmen would resonate so deeply in Shelburne, and far beyond, in fact. All over town, good deeds have been piling up faster than winter snow. The local pharmacy picked up the tab for every customer who walked in after the funeral last Friday.
There were tears, there were smiles.
A Facebook page celebrating Carmen's life and the family campaign has picked up thousands of members in just a few days.
It's gone to Colorado, it's been the States, it's all out west in Alberta, Calgary, all around Shelburne, Yarmouth, Halifax, it's everywhere.
And the giving continues. A local pizza shop has pledged all of its sales and tips tomorrow.
Why not do this small town, this small family, Wouldn't you do anything for your family?
Everyone that was involved in Carmen's healthcare, we want to say thank you, and that we know that you gave us our girl.
A final lasting gift from a little girl whose short life clearly inspired many others. And indeed, the volume of generosity and donations has been somewhat overwhelming for the family, who say, quite frankly, they're beginning to lose track. Fishermen in the Shelburne area are challenging each other to match donations of lobster that they're giving. And a fund set up in Carmen's name has already grown beyond anyone's expectations. And the IWK will be getting some of that money. That money's already been set aside. But depending on how much is ultimately raised, Steve, the father, Andrew, would very much like to see that money set aside to help healthcare facilities in the Shelburne area, which would be, again, a lasting gift from Carmen.
An amazing story. Bruce, thanks.
Thank you.
CTV's Bruce Frisco leading us off tonight from the Halifax newsroom.